By Safeco Insurance. Find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting Southern Rock legends Leonard Skinner, July 20th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Yep, the Seattle summer is here big time. Gorgeous in Seattle right now. Temperature just below 80 degrees as we get ready for game one of this 4-game set. It's happening out at the Pen as it always does. And I want to talk about Nelson Cruz for a second. Mr. Cruz, good to see him go yard last night. First homer since June 4th. And Mike, he got some muscle into it, didn't he?
Yeah, he really did. He's been driving in a lot of runs, but it's good to see him elevate the ball. Just missed a second home run last night. It's hit right off the top of the wall for Nelson. His 15th home run last night. Again, hitting the baseball hard, and he's finally starting to get some air under it, so look for him to get hot hitting the ball out of the ballpark.
That was Alex Gordon throwing him out at second base. Sam Gaviglio and Mike Zunino taking a walk back in. They are ready for battle against the Athletics. Sam looking for win number 4 on the season. We're glad you're with us here in Root Sports. Mariners trying to end this 7-game losing streak here at home. Back with more right after this. Welcome everybody to our second Bark in the Park extravaganza here at Safeco Field. And that fun-loving pooch, those four-legged friends, they abound here in the building today. They're having fun, and hopefully the Mariners can have the fun of a victory as they are trying to end a 7-game home losing streak as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball. The A's in town. Sam Gaviglio just taking the field here, leading the Mariners out. Sam looking for his 4th win. He's got a 3.48 ERA, and he's been very, very competitive and had some good moments for the Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports Crew with you. Here's a look at the A's starting lineup.
Interesting lineup for the A's. They are last in hitting in the American League, but 5th in home runs. They're going to try to keep him in the ballpark. Yonder Alonso hitting 3rd. He's having his best year. 19 home runs for him, and right behind him, Chris Davis. He leads the club with 23 home runs and 57 RBIs. Ryan Healy, in his first full season, he has 19 home runs. For Gaviglio, 3-3 record of 3.48 ERA for him, 16 walks, 31 strikeouts. Take a look at the defense for the Mariners. They've really played well defensively this year. Gerard Dyson will get the start in center field. Kyle Seager had last night off, back in the lineup today and at third base, and Mike Zunino will do the catching. And for Sam, against the Angels, 6 1/3, just 5 hits, 3 earned runs. Ended up losing to the Angels. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 81 pitches in that outing.
We are ready for action. Matt Joyce going to lead it off. Swinging a hot bat last 21 games, hitting at .290. Got off to a brutal start the first 54 games, hitting just .194. Beautiful night for baseball here in Seattle. Final 4 games before the All-Star break as the Mariners put the shift on as Seager moves over to his left, and here we go. First pitch, strike. Home plate umpire Mark Carlson, Chris Siegels at first, C.B. Buckner at second base, and Fielding Culbreth umpire at third. Fouled off by Matt Joyce.
And this is what you'll see from Sam. His fastball 88 to 90 miles an hour. Slider, curveball, changeup for him.
77 degrees, wind at the southwest at 4. At the moment, the flag's hanging straight down. That's gonna be some trouble. Drops in. Base hit from Matt Joyce. He drops it in front of Dyson.
Pretty good pitch from Sam. It's right on the inside corner. Elevated above the belt. Jams him. A little soft fly ball.
This is the 3rd series between the Mariners and the A's this season. And here's a welcome back to Marcus Semien. Shortstop. Thrilled to be back. Wrist contusion. They had to insert a screw into the bone back in April 18th. So he's only played in 11 games so far this season. 27 homers, 75 runs batted in last year. Mariners saw some of that. There's Bob Melvin, Manager of the Year both in the American League and the National League. One of 7 men in baseball history to do that. Bobby Cox, Tony La Russa, Piniella, Leland, Davey Johnson, and Joe Madden. The Mariners against these Athletics. A's win the first series 3 games to 1 back in April, and then come here to Seattle. Mariners take 2 out of 3. The Mariners, as you know, coming off that just a tough series against Kansas City. Get swept in 3 games by Kansas City. First time that happened here since '05 in August. Scott Service says, hey, critical series, got to play better. Numbers, taking a page out of the Bill Parcells book, the numbers say you are who you are. Got to pick it up. 2-1.
Yeah, I think sometimes you look at your schedule and you have teams that are struggling, like to take advantage of that part of it, and at some point you run into it to where you have to do that. You have to go out and play well, and I think for the Mariners, they really need to win at least 3 out of 4 in this series. Win the series. Certainly capable. The A's have had their struggles this year.
3-1 pitch, fouled back. And the one thing you can't count on, well, you got a last place team coming in here. You should be able to handle those guys. Yeah, the Phillies came in and took 2.
Yep. That's what makes it tough.
Bob picked up win number 499 yesterday. They won 2 out of 3 against the White Sox down in Oakland. No gimmies here.
I think so many times, though, as Alonso waits on deck, he's having a great year for the A's. Comes down to doing all the little things. You can take care of your own business. Typically, you'll beat teams that have struggled. This is not a good start for Sam.
Couldn't get that strike at the top of the zone. 2 on here for Oakland right out of the gate. Got to be careful with this next hitter, Yonder Alonso, and be especially wary on the first pitch. He's first in the major leagues, hitting 21 for 31 on the first pitch of an at bat. First pitch, and he hammers it down the line. Joyce coming around. Simeon getting a stop sign, and Yonder Alonso first pitch swinging. RBI double, 1-0 Athletics. '42nd RBI for Alonso, his 14th double.
This looks like a changeup, 84 miles an hour, trying to run it to the outside corner. Didn't quite get it there towards the end of the bat.
Alonso having a fine year. Top 10 in home runs with 19. On base percentage, he's 9th. 6th in slugging. Here's Chris Davis. Every time we see Davis, he is emptying the bag of pretty much every swing.
Yes, he is. 23 home runs on the year, 57 RBIs. That leads the club. Has power to all fields.
Swing and a miss.
Pretty good slider from Sam. Down on the outside corner.
It's 23 home runs. Trail only Aaron Judge with 29, Springer with 25, Moustakas with 25, and Logan Morrison with 24. Sam's got him 0-2. He did go, and he knew it. A much needed strikeout for Sam Gavilia.
This is something that you have to remember when you're pitching against the A's. Off speed pitch off the plate away. Pitching against the A's, they are 14th in the American League. They strike out more than just about everybody, and if you get ahead of them, you can expand the zone, which is exactly what Sam did right there. Pick up the strikeout.
There's Jed Lowry, 3 for 4, 2 RBIs. Yesterday's win against the White Sox. Switch hitter. Hit well. Right field. One hop the fence. Scoring is Simeon. Alonso right behind him. And 3-0 Oakland in the first inning. Couple RBIs for Lowry, gives him 32 on the season, his 27th double. He's now tied for second place in the league with Ramirez of Cleveland, one behind Mookie Betts.
Well, looks like a breaking ball right in the middle of the plate. Barrels it up. Short hops the fence in right.
Sam's been hit hard here in the first inning. Quick word from Mel Stottlemyre Jr. Last night, Miranda, rocky first inning, gave up 4 runs on 3 hits. 2-run double by Hosmer, 2-run homer by Moustakas. Mariners answered with 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Up high to Ryan Healy. How about this guy? He's been a revelation.
And at the start of the year, Just 80 games for him. This year, you see the 81. 19 home runs, 51 RBIs. A couple of home runs against the Mariners this year.
Southern California kid, grew up idolizing Troy Gloss. Where's Troy Gloss's number 25? Troy with the 0-2 Angels. Big, tall kid, 6'4", 232. Healy, 6-man to the plate. .30 count. On deck, Bruce Maxwell, catcher. And ball 4. Second walk of the inning. 7th man to the plate. Runners at first and second. There's 3-0 lead here for the Athletics.
18 pitches, 10 strikes.
Here's Maxwell, the catcher. It's the 20th game for Maxwell. Recall from AAA in Nashville a few weeks ago. 3rd stint with the ball club. Hitting .311 against right-hand pitching. Tuno.
And Sam really struggling with his command here. 20 pitches now, just 10 strikes.
Infield set a double play depth. He could use it. 2-0 pitch. Back with a strike. So early doings here by the Athletics. 2-1 count here to Maxwell. Three and one.
Pretty good pitch.
On deck, hitter, 3rd baseman Matt Chapman. Big pitch here, 3-1, 2 on, 1 out.
Talks about the A's and struggling batting average wise, but 5th in home runs. You have to find a way to work ahead of them. And the hitters count so they can hurt you. Been really aggressive here in the 1st inning.
They scored a lot of runs the last 2 games. Beat Chicago 2 days ago 7-6. Beat them 7-4 yesterday. 3-2 pitch to Bruce Maxwell. Fly ball backing up Gamble in left field. Makes the catch, route number 2. So Sam's about to throw his 25th pitch. Couple of middle board. The hitter's going to be Matt Chapman.
Well, that'll be back-to-back nights. I believe Miranda threw 25 pitches in the 1st inning yesterday. He gave up the 4 runs.
Chapman has been back and forth between Oakland and AAA Nashville. Won for his last 12. He struck out 3 times in recent at-bats. Strike 1.
Pretty good slider.
Cano trying to keep that runner close to second, shading more up the middle. The 0-1. Sam in the driver's seat right now. Them looking to end it right here with the 8th hitter to the plate. One and two. So 4 games here with the Athletics. All-star break. Go to Chicago 3, Houston 3, and then come back for a nice long homestand against the Yankees, Red Sox, and the Mets for the Mariners, closing out July. Big pitch at 1 and 2. Goes to ball 2. That pitch count just continues to go up. Not the first inning Scott Service had in mind. Outfield straightaway not too deep. The 2-2 from Gaviglio. Counts run full. Now runners are going to be on the move here in this pitch. Jacob Brugman, the center fielder's on deck. Chapman hitting just 154. 3-2 pitch. Runners take off. Pitch swung on and popped up. Seager calls off Gaviglio, and that'll do it. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, leave 2. And they come out rocking and socking, the Athletics do. 10-10 over their last 20 games, and they have an early lead against the Mariners, with the Mariners coming to bat. To the American League's best, Gene Segura, Gene the hit machine, and Ben Gamel ready to go to work here against Paul Blackburn. The Mariners down 3-0. Here's a look at the rest of the batting order.
Mariners 4th in the American League in hitting, and following Segura is Ben Gamel. Leads the American League in hitting with a .335 batting average. Nelson Cruz will hit cleanup DH today, his 15th home run in last night's ball game, and Mike Zunino, rounding out the 9, hit his 12th home run in last night's game. For Blackburn, this will be his 2nd start of the year. His first one against the Braves. 6 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs. Excuse me. Pitched really well. Fastball, 98, 92 miles an hour with a slider.
Good homestand continued last night for Mr. Segura. 2 for 5, 2-run homer, 2 runs batted in. He's 6 for 14 on this stretch. $13 doubles and a few more at bats and plate appearances. He's going to qualify for being that top 10 again. Gamel starts today as the leading hitter in the American League at .335.
You mentioned it. The Mariners down 4-0 after the first in last night's ball game. They came right back to score 2 runs in the first, and it was Segura with a base hit scored one of those runs.
Foul off his foot.
And we'll take a look at it. Sinking fastball.
Ooh,
right
boy.
off the top of his foot.
One-two to Gene. 2-2 the count. Mariners in a 7-game home losing streak, averaging just 2.8 runs per ball game, hitting .211. Team ERA at 4.64 in that stretch. And have given up 14 home runs and hit just 7. Looking for the big turnaround. 2-2 to Gene. Work the count full. Ben Gamble awaits. Three-two pitch. Center field coming on as Bregman can't get it. Base hit. Good start for the Mariners. Seventh hit on the homestand for Gene Segura.
And for the A's, they are last in fielding. Hopefully the Mariners could take advantage of that. Number of players that haven't played much this year. Jacob Bregman, we just saw him in center field, just his 26th game. Matt Chapman, his 8th game at third base. And Marcus Semien, just his 12th game this year on the disabled list most of the year.
That's what Blackburn did. AAA Nashville.
Pitching well. ERA just over 3.
Gene Segura back safely. He's 9 out of 15 in base stealing. #1 hitter in the American League, facing Paul Blackburn. Ben Gamble 2 for 4 with an RBI last night. Double play ball. Lowry, Semien. And just got him at first. Yonder Alonso, the first baseman. Quick 2 outs.
A pretty good sinker running away from him. It hits it right to the second baseman. An easy turn.
Holding up for a couple seconds. Waiting word from Chris Prieto and Jimmy Hartley in video to see if they wanted to get a review. They said no. There's Robbie Cano. Tweaked that right quad a little bit last night or so, but he's looking to heat up again. So far in this homestand, 1 for 13. Got that hit last night. First inning single. Went to right field. Part of the 2-run inning for the Mariners as they get back in the game quickly. One and one. How'd you approach this? You're seeing this guy first time.
Exactly what he just did. You have to look at a couple of pitches, see where his release point is, try to pick it up early if you can. Right there, that'll help him out too. Sees a little bit of a breaking ball right there, so he's seen his fastball and an off-speed pitch. Try to get as much information as you can that first time through, especially in this situation. Might be a little bit different if you had runners out there. Trying to get some information here for the next time that he's up. Maybe there will be some runners on base.
Took a little off of that easy hop for Alonso. The Mariners are gone thanks to a double play. Park in the park night. Last 3 times we've had it, Mariners have had come from behind victories. See if they can do it again. Insurance is brought to you by the National Electrical Contractors Association, Cascade Chapter, investing in our future. By Safeco Insurance, find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Hammering Man right there, First Avenue in Seattle. Beautiful day here in the great Pacific Northwest. 77 degrees at first pitch back at 7-11. Good to have you with us as the Athletics jump out to a 3-0 lead. Yonder Alonso, an RBI double and a 2-run double by Jed Lowry.
8 batters to the plate in the first inning. We'll see if Sam can settle down. He had to throw 30 pitches in the first inning. 16 strikes for him.
So you're asking him to come off the ropes now after that rocky first inning. What are you looking for?
Well, I think he has to command his fastball. He was throwing some breaking balls and curveball and slider, but I think his fastball is good enough if he can locate it. And he started the game doing that, but then he kind of got away from it a little bit, falling behind in some counts. I think more than anything was because the A's were very aggressive. You mentioned Alonso. Threw him a changeup knowing that he's going to be aggressive, but he still hit it for a double.
1-2 to Bregman.
These are the kind of counts that he needs to be in because he can expand the zone, pick up some strikeouts. Saw that with Chris Davis in the first. There you go.
Bregman struggling mightily. Easy for me to say. 2 for 15 over his last 6 ball games.
I thought for Sam this would be a pretty good matchup for him, and it still can be. He can bounce back from that first inning. Just hang in there.
Maybe he can do it. Giovanni Gallardo did in Cleveland, where he got off to a rough start in the first inning and then was scoreless baseball the next 6. Here's a 3-2.
One thing that you and I have talked about with the A's over the years, you have to stay away from the walks. The walks against them is tough because they can hit the ball out of the ballpark, and a couple of walks in the first inning, one of them ended up scoring.
3-2 to Bregman. Base hit. Extra bases as Haniger goes into the corner to dig it out. Bregman will stop right there at second. Leadoff double, 4th hit for the Athletics and their 3rd double.
We'll take a look at this last pitch. Again, hit off the end of the bat. 2-seam fastball. Trying to go to the outside corner, ended up on the inner half.
First 2 innings. Leadoff man has reached base for the Athletics. Here's Matt Joyce. Strike underneath his hands there. Strike 1. Personnel moves here on this Athletics club since we last saw them. Stephen Vogt gone, released, and then picked up by Milwaukee, and he's already hit 3 home runs in limited action for that ball club. 2 in 1 game. Matt Joyce stings this one left field, but there's Gamble. Make the play. One away here in the second, and the forecast is calling for snow showers tomorrow night here at Safeco Field. That's because the first 20,000 fans going to go home with a snow globe of either the Kingdome or Safeco Field, courtesy of Emirates Airline. Log on to Mariners.com for tickets. Stephen Vogt gone. They've had some personnel changes in the coaching staff as well. Pitching coach Kurt Young fired. Some fouled back. Mark Kotze, one of your old teammates. Mike, he's on leave. His daughter suffered an eye injury playing tennis. As you mentioned, Vogt, he's gone. Chip Hale's moved from third base coach. Steve Scarsoni's taking the place as a third base coach. Chip Hale, one-time Arizona manager, is now the bench coach. Mike Aldretti stays on as first base coach. And speedy recovery to Marcotte, his daughter, Zaldo.
Yes.
Scott Emerson takes over as pitching coach. He comes out of the bullpen. 1-1. Way inside on Simeon. Ball and 2 strikes.
A good two-seamer right in on his hands.
Cavillo could use an out. 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. Got him.
Perfect slider, well located. You can see it right on the corner at the knees.
2 down. Second strikeout for Sam.
The A's this year hitting .223 as a team with runners in scoring position. So far 2 for 7 tonight.
Well, here's Alonso. Jumped on the first pitch he saw. Doubled. Scored a run. Brought in a run with that double down the right field line. Here's the 0-1. Eighth year in the major leagues for Alonso. He's been with Cincinnati, San Diego, now in his second year with Oakland.
Having his best year.
Two balls, 1 strike here. Alonso for 3 in yesterday's game. Runner at second, Jacob Brugman. Big pitch here, 2-1, dangerous hitter. Right to Cano. And the double proves harmless. Coming up for the Mariners, we'll get our first look tonight at Nelson Cruz, followed by Kyle Seager, back after a night off, and Danny Valencia against one of his former teams. When we get you back here to Safeco Field. Our second Park in the Park night here at Safeco Field. Good to have you with us. A's up early 3-0. Time now for a Geico. This date in MLB history. Take you back to 1933. Arch Ward, a sports writer, decided and got it through to have an all-star game between the two leagues. Comiskey Park, Chicago, 4-2 win by the AL. A guy named Ruth hit a 2-run homer in the 3rd inning. There's Nelson Cruz. And a request has been put in that Nelly stop his tryout for being the anchor leg in a 4x100 relay team. Too high.
Yep, just missed it.
One out. It was good to see him hit one out last night. It'd been a month and a day.
People kept asking me about it, and sometimes where your swing is at, that's what's going to happen, or maybe the way teams are pitching him. And the good news is he continued to hit the ball hard, but most of them were on a line. He drove in a lot of runs, amongst the league leaders in that category. And I felt like once he hits the next one, he's going to get him in bunches. And I've told you this too, don't blink, because it'll be at 30 before you know it, especially with the way the ball's flying out of the ballpark this year.
You have to tell him to work on that launch angle. He's hitting too
launch
low.
angle. There you go. I like it, Dave. Mixing some launch angle.
There's Kyle Seager. Seager had last night off, and you'd want last night off too if you were 0 for your last 14. But I got a kick out of talking to him. He's in a good, he says, good frame of mind. I'm not in between. I'm just taking bad swings. But it's funny, he said, remember when Zunino hit the ball last night, looked like he might leave the yard. He said he was down in the cage getting ready for pinch hit duty. And he said that ball hung up so long that I had a chance to run out of the cage, run up the steps, and watch. And when I got to the top step, Gordon made the catch.
Right up against the fence. Yeah.
That could be a slump buster right there. Just what he needed. Kyle Seager breaking an 0 for 14, his first hit in the month of July.
And a really good swing. This is a middle end fastball, inside out swing. Solid line drive into left field.
Mariners need Kyle Seager, no doubt about that. Here's Danny Valencia, 4 hits on the homestand. Ball 1 to Danny. 1-0 for 4 in last night's game. And the count goes to 2-0.
Good count for him. He's been a hot hitter. Seen a couple of pitches from Blackburn. Always helps.
Infield straight up. Center fielder Brugman a few steps towards the left. That pitch in there for strike. Last few nights we've had some leather lung observers of umpires here at the ballpark. No matter how you try to mute the microphone, they're coming through. Must be drill sergeants in the past lives. 2-2.
Pretty good breaking ball. A little bit of an example right there of Danny never seeing this pitcher before. That breaking ball right in the middle of the plate. I think if he had had an eye on it or seen the pitcher before, probably takes a swing at it.
Another double play opportunity, and he turned it easily. Second in as many innings. A big help to young Paul Blackburn. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. 3-0 A's. 3-4 champions of the world of baseball. Taking in the game here at Safeco Field, 3-0 A's, and wearing a seatbelt is your best defense in any crash. Please always buckle up. Help us reach Target Zero. Learn more at WADriveToZero.com. Gorgeous night here. Fabulous Seattle summer weather here. Sam Gaviglio, inning number 3. Chris Davis, Jed Lowry, and Ryan Healy. Davis is some kind of strong. You know, he takes that step in a bucket swing, but I think last time we were in Oakland, he hit one out, same swing, and pounded one deep right center field and hit it out of the park.
You see a lot of that too. He's a guess hitter. If you make a mistake in the middle of the plate, especially if it's elevated, he can hurt you.
The 0-2 struck him out. K'd him twice, both times on 3 pitches. And again, I think those swings in evidence what you just talked about.
Exactly. Down and away from him. Expand the zone. Being really aggressive, and you can take advantage of that. Make a quality first pitch, which he was able to do on the outside corner, and come back with a couple of sliders down and away.
Jed Lowry be the hitter. Two-run double to right. Chris Davis, those 2 strikeouts, 115 on the season, most in the American League, breaks a tie with Miguel Sano.
Jed Lowry, seems that he's always driving in a run against the Mariners.
I hear you.
Been a good player for a long time.
Inside to Jed. His second tour of duty. Second tour of duty with the Athletics, 2013 and 14. Came back last year. Best year was back in 2013. He had 290 with 15 homers and 75 runs batted in. Valencia taking himself. Another fine play at first base by Danny Valencia.
And he's played well all year. It'll be a backhanded play for him. Thought maybe he would let this one go and let Robbie take it. He's been sure-handed this year.
So Gaviglio, 3 runs, 3 hits, first inning. Gave up a harmless double in the second, and he's way ahead here with 2 outs. Now Ryan Healy, he walked his first time. They put 3 defenders left side of the infield against him. Backs him off. Ball 1. Back with a strike. Bouncing ball goes foul. Steve Scarsoni fields it. Steve, an infielder with Philly, Baltimore, the Giants, and St. Louis in his 7 years in the big leagues. One-two pitch. Sam has wins at Colorado, beat Tampa Bay here, and 1 at Minnesota. Last 2 starts, a couple of tough goes. Got into the 6th inning, losing to the Angels and to Houston. 2-2.
Sam typically will throw his slider around 20%. It won't be much higher than that, I think, when he leaves the game tonight. Really throwing a lot of sliders, especially to the right-handers. It's been his best pitch so far.
2-2. Count runs full. Bruce Maxwell, the catcher's on deck. He flied out to left, his first at bat. Pay it off right here. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 4 Ks for Sam Gaviglio. He has really settled down after the first inning. 3-0 A's. They had 2 hits, and they've both been wiped out in double plays. First inning here. Kimmel bounces into a 4-6-3. And then in the second, same goes for Valencia. Big help for young Paul Blackburn.
We haven't seen Paul Blackburn, but it's apparent that he has a pretty good sinker, right around 90 miles an hour.
We saw Kyle Seager break out of a slump with a base hit back in the second. See if Mitch Haniger can do likewise. Month of July, 1 for 17. Hitting just $1.95 since coming off the disabled list. And that'll get it started. A ringing line drive. Left center field. Double for Mitch Haniger, his 10th, and a good start to the Mariners' 3rd.
Blackburn missing with the first pitch. So in a 1-0 count, Mitch knows he's going to get a fastball. 90 miles an hour right in the middle of the plate as he drives it into the gap.
That is a good way to break out. Scott Service talking about his timing's been off. He's an inexperienced player at this level. He says, but I do have a lot of confidence in Mitch Haniger. There's Jarrod Dyson. 0 for 2 in last night's game. He did get a stolen base in the second against his old team and his old teammate Salvador Perez, and he said Salvi owes him dinner. Whoever wins that battle's got to pay up. So I told him pick the most expensive place in Kansas City for the first week in August. He said the next time he came up, he said, I'll give you nothing. Let me on. I'll give you another chance. Maybe even a score. Didn't work out. Center fielder Brugman's got this covered, and Haniger testing it. Gone in, and they got him. Another runner thrown out on the base paths. That has been a plague for the Mariners this year. A fly out and then an 8-5 put out at third.
And Chapman drops a knee on him, never gets to third. Brugman with a strong throwing arm.
2 outs. I know you've dropped the knee on guys back in the day, right?
Every now and then the ball just kind of takes you that way, Dave.
That's a good throw. And then it stuck to it. His left hand got stuck underneath him.
Yeah, I think, too, that's another thing with Bregman, for example. We haven't seen him play.
Yep.
First chance for us to see him throw. Strong arm.
Alonso, foul territory. So Bregman, 3 double plays, facing the minimum through 3. On Root Sports is brought to you by Steel. To find your local Steel dealer, visit steeldealers.com. By your local Toyota dealers for all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners' official partners in health. Learn to stay Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org. Boy, I wish the traffic was that easy when I tried to get through there at First and Pine earlier today.
Didn't quite work out, did it?
No, it didn't. A lot of folks enjoying the summertime here in Seattle, and many of them down here at the ballpark. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. 3-0 lead for the Athletics. All those runs coming in the first inning. Sam Gaviglio is going to face the bottom third of the order for the A's. Sam's got recorded 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 1 walk is scored. Alonso with an RBI double and then a 2-run double by Lowry in that first inning.
3 runs in the first. Starting the second inning, it was a leadoff double. Since then, he's retired 6 in a row. Not let the double score.
That is all kinds of trouble. As Gamble gets it back in quickly. Shot it past Kyle, never had a chance.
Bob Melvin, he wants some fan interference here, I think. He wants to see if he can get a double out of it.
Mike Aldretti pointing to Mariner vision and Fielding Culbreth.
Veteran umpire, he said no, but it clearly touches his glove. Now Fielding, yep, Bob wants him to take a look at it. So we'll see how this works out. Not sure he's going to get his way. Fielding's trying to tell him. Makes sense to me. It's off the wall, and he doesn't touch it. It would have been able to get to Gamble even faster. So, but it looks like they may take a look at it.
The role of Steve Bartman here in Seattle for tonight could be that gentleman right there.
And they are going to take a look. This will be interesting.
Here's another look. Did it get the glove? Yeah, it did. Mike Aldretti, first base coach, he was adamant. It's like a quick decision, as well it should be.
They're having conversation still.
A good call. You're right.
And we're not sure what his conversation was with them, with the umpires. Maybe they
officially challenging fan interference. Checking back with New York City, Bob Melvin, 55 years old. Cal Berkeley graduate. Coming up tomorrow, CenturyLink brings it to pitching matchup, game 2 of this 4-game set. Sean Manaea, 3-1 career against the Mariners in 5 starts. 1-1 this year, goes against James Paxton, career 2-0 against Oakland in his 4 previous starts with a 4.13 ERA.
2 good left-handers. Oh, here we go.
I'm going to keep him right there at first.
Yep.
Minute 56 on that review. So Maxwell at first, leadoff base hit here in the 4th. Brings up third baseman Matt Chapman. Strike 1 to Matt. Popped up to Seager, ending the first inning. So there was no call of original fan interference from the get-go. That's why the call was overturned. Placed the runner at first because that's
right.
Where
because
it should have been.
If the fan had not touched it, it would have been able to get to Ben even quicker than it did. So he certainly wouldn't have been able to get to second base.
And that fan gets to keep a seat for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, and they're getting the call right.
Here's the 0-2. Emergency swing keeps that bat alive. 3 runs on 5 hits for the Athletics. No runs, 3 hits for the Mariners. All 3 hits by the Mariners have been doubled up. Backhand by Seager. They get 1, and that's it. That's a great play. Well
great
done.
Play. Seems that lately we've talked about Kyle and his defense a lot, and it's because of plays like this. It's going to be right down the line. Kyle was actually off the line a little bit. Diving play, though. Doesn't even get to his feet. Throws it from his knees to get rid of it quickly. No chance for the double play. That could have been a double. A lot of trouble. Instead, it's an out.
Might be in a hitting slump, but he's been solid down there.
He has.
1 out, 1 on. Here's Jacob Brugman. Spells his name Jaycob. Jacob. Down the line, foul. Brugman last year started at AA, then moved up to AAA. Combined totals for his year: 285, 12 home runs, 87 runs batted in. Total 155 hits. Here's the 0-1. There's a strike. 0-2. Brugman, who doubled down the right field line, leading off the second inning. Gaviglio in his 11th game, his 10th start for the Mariners. He's ahead here 0-2. Foul ball. Emphatic call by Chris Siegel. Let's see what Sam comes up with here. And Mike Zunino going to talk it over.
Sam at 70 pitches, 44 strikes. Faced 18 batters, 13 first pitch strikes.
Other scores around Major League Baseball. How about this? Tampa Bay at home beats Chris Sale tonight 4-1. Rays are 3 games over 500. Pick up a full game with first place Boston. Pitch way outside. Here's 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. Houston lost the ball game tonight 7-4 at Toronto. Mariano gets the win, beating Lance McCullers Jr.
Yeah, Houston has really played well on the road this year. Going into that game, they were 31-9 on the road.
That is an insane number. 1-2, strike 3 call. Got him.
Perfect pitch on the inside corner.
5 Ks for Sam Gaviglio. 2 outs. Speaking of the Astros, here's our Coors Light cold hard facts. Best road winning percentage since 1913. And the aforementioned Astros at the top, followed by the 39 Yankees, young Joe D. And fading, I guess Lou Gehrig is pretty much done by that point. Mariners in 2001, fabulous record. And the 1933 Senators. 2 outs. Top of the order. Here's Matt Joyce again, 3rd time. Five strikeouts for Sam Gaviglio. One-oh. Chapman looked like he had an inkling. One-oh to Matt Joyce in his first year with the Athletics. Well-traveled. Detroit, Tampa Bay, the Angels, and Pittsburgh. Back safely is Chapman. Here's a look at the cat and mouse game there. Check swing, foul ball. Oh, nice job. Fan reached down with his cap. Well done.
We'll take a look at it. A backhanded play.
Oh, nice.
That is nice.
Points. Ball 2, 2-1. Sun reflecting off some of the downtown buildings here to the ballpark. 2-1. Mariners give up a 3 spot in the first. They've managed a hit in each inning. Segura with the single, Seager with the single, a double by Haniger. Each time erased in double plays. Haniger after the leadoff double. Fly ball by Dyson to center field. He challenged Brugman, and Brugman threw him out at third. 2-2 pitch here. Swing and a miss. Sam Gaviglio. 6 strikeouts through 4 in this 3-0 Oakland lead. Athletics, bottom of the 4th inning. Those guys are brothers, all right. Kyle Seager, he's back in bobblehead form this Saturday. First 20,000 fans get a bobblehead of the Mariners' third baseman. Team takes on these Oakland Athletics. First pitch at 7:10. It's all thanks to Root Sports. So stop by Mariners.com for tickets. And they must have got the test model, and they seem to like it.
They know somebody.
Kyle's made a backhand play here tonight. There's Gene Segura leading it off here in the bottom of the 4th. Base hit to center. Coming off a 2-for-5 performance last night. 2-run homer.
You mentioned the double plays behind Blackburn, averaging 10 pitches an inning. Just his second start of the year.
Start running those counts up. 1-1. Solidly stroked again by Gene Segura. This guy can hit. Hit the National League last year in hits, and he has been really special here for the Mariners this season. 2 hits tonight. And Segura, my goodness gracious, 84 hits. And he's been on the DL twice.
Sinker in the middle of the plate. Right at the knees. Solid base hit for him.
Gamble bounced into a double play. Started tonight. Leading hitter in the American League. Ball 1. Both the A's and the Mariners getting first looks at opposing pitchers here tonight. 1-0 here to Gamble. Outside. Strike 1 to Ben. Mariners have got the leadoff man aboard in the first, third, and fourth innings here tonight. Paul Blackburn, originally drafted by the Cubs, first round, 56th overall back in June of 2012 out of Brentwood, California. Oh,
boy.
Oh, man, another Mariner going to be out on the base paths. 1-3-6 put out.
Catches him leaning. Not much of a lead.
Saying Haniger thrown out, trying to tag and go to third. And
you're behind 3-0. A couple of base running mistakes tonight.
Nelly Cruz get thrown out, trying to stretch it. Single to double. 2-1 here. 3-1 to Gamble. Down the line, foul past Maniacum. Full count to Ben Gamble. Robinson Cano on deck. Three-2. Bouncing ball to the third baseman Chapman. Gets a hustling Gamble. Out number 2. We were talking about the ball that was the Maxwell single. After viewing all relevant angles, replay official definitively determined fan reached over the field of play and touched the ball. The call was overturned. It is fan interference. However, replay official rules that the batter runner remains at first base. So it was umpire in New York City that deigned that Maxwell stay at first. There's Robbie Cano. Grounded out to Alonso, the first baseman. Second big league start for Paul Blackburn. 1-1 to Cano.
It's been impressive. His first outing against the Braves. 6 innings, 3 hits. Not give up an earned run. Only 1 walk in that outing. Pretty good sinker here. Few sliders, but not many. Just staying with the fastball. A slider in the dirt right here.
For Blackburn, 15 games at AAA Nashville, 56 strikeouts, 26 walks in 79 2/3 innings. 5-6 record. ERA 3.05. 2-1 here to Robbie. Nelson Cruz on deck. Foul tip. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Robbie trying to generate something here with 2 outs for the Mariners. Down 3-0. Home 4th, 2-2. Pretty good movement on that pitch. Got in on his hands.
It's well located. It's right at the top of the strike zone on the inside corner. And that was right after seeing the slow curveball.
Two outs and a 2-2 pitch to Robbie.
Right back to the curveball again.
There's Nelly. He's on deck. What do you say? In the last 3 weeks, the Mariners have seen more breaking balls than fastballs by a pretty wide margin. In my mind's eye, that's what it seems like. The dirt. Robbie's aboard.
It seems to me that they're just really mixing it up with them, and they're throwing the fastball. A lot of time it's been in off the plate. But you know, when you're a team that's 4th in the league in hitting,
yep,
they're going to make adjustments to you. So
certainly have. I mean, we saw in Alaska over the weekend. I think he threw about 60% breaking balls, off-speed pitches. There's Nelson Cruz. Popped one up short left field. And Nelly's had a good look all the previous batters, and now his second time against Blackburn. Pitch outside, ball 1. 2 for 4 tonight. Mr. Cruz last evening drove in 2, RBI ground out and a solo home run. Coach Edgar. Keep it scoring, gotta love it. Retire Edgar's number coming up next month. 1-1. Nice job by the catcher Maxwell. 2 balls, 1 strike.
For Blackburn, 30 pitches to get through the first 3 innings. Next pitch will be 20 here in the 4th.
2-1. Nelson has been a prodigious power hitter. Late bloomer in his career. Turned 37 5 days ago. He's got a 2-2 count here. Hit hard right field. Handled easily though by Matt Joyce. No runs a hit. No errors and a man left. To the 5th we go. 3-0 Athletics. To a very rocky start in the first inning. Touchdown for 3 runs on 3 hits since then. He's held the Athletics scoreless on 2 hits. So way to rally back, big fella. Just a matter of the offense starting to get some clickage working for him to get him on the right side of the scorecard.
We talked about the A's and that they will strike out through 4 innings. 6 strikeouts for Sam. There you go, a couple of walks, both of them in the first inning.
Swing and a miss by Marcus Simeon. Just back off the DL. Wrist injury and led to getting a screw inserted inside his wrist. Very talented young man. Made a whole bunch of errors a couple of years ago and then turned it around with a lot of hard work with Ron Washington, then the 3rd base coach. Now 3rd base coach in Atlanta. 1-2. Simeon batting in the 2 spot tonight, followed by Yonder Alonso and Chris Davis. Yeah, 8 rehab games, hit well. Single A Stockton. It's a foul ball. Ball hit him while he was in the box. Hit him outside, he would have been out. Good work there by home plate umpire Mark Carlson.
Good call right away. No argument from anybody.
Walking, struck out looking. And now he's got a base hit. Another hit for the Athletics. They're 6th. Brings up Yonder Alonso. First pitch swinging. Couple of men aboard in the first inning. He doubled, drove in a run. Second time up, eventually scored in that inning. Second time up, grounded out to Robbie Cano. Runner goes, throw by Zunino. And there safely with his 5th stolen base. Marcus Semien, he's 5 for 5 on the season.
Pretty good pitch for him to throw on. It's up. Throw down to second base a little bit high.
Got that hand in. Segura applying the tag. Inside to Alonso. Tied for second on the team in home runs. Alonso with 19. Ryan Healy with 19. Team leader Chris Davis has 23. Davis is on deck.
Alonso was hot in May. He hit 10 of his 19 in May.
Only inning that the Athletics have not gotten a leadoff man aboard. 3rd inning. The team coming off taking 2 out of 3 against the White Sox. 7-6 and 7-4 the last 2 days. And Melvin's crew over the last 20 games is 10 and 10. Still mired in last place. 11 games under 500. So Alonso walks on 4 pitches. 3rd walk issued by Gaviglio. And that brings up Chris Davis, who struck out twice on 3 pitches. Struck out swinging. Dangerous hitter.
Really used his slider against him. Everything down and away, gets him to chase it. Not been able to lay off of it.
He yanked that one up into the pooch area. He certainly did. Wow. All kinds of early. Fan got it. Luckily the dogs didn't see it because someone might have gone to retrieve. Could have been a problem.
Well, it's a fastball inside. So he goes back away. There's a slider.
Did not go as a check with Chris Siegel. 1-1. Chris Davis, 29 years old, drafted by the Nationals. First time through the draft, then by the Milwaukee Brewers. Fly ball deep right field. Going back, Haniger running out of room. And we told you he has opposite field power. We'd seen it in Oakland. And he muscles this one out, a 3-run shot, and the Athletics have a 6-0 lead. Tremendous strength. He's got his lower half built like Dan Altavilla. Generate a lot of power. Home run for Davis, his 24th, takes RBI total to 60.
You can see it right in the middle of the plate, trying to go away from him, and left it in the middle of the plate. Cost him.
Steve Cishek now starting to warm up. 24 home runs, ties him with Logan Morrison. That one's hit on the nose by Jed Lowry, his second hit. Got a 2-run double back in the first.
Well, Kansas City was just in town. They are aggressive, and so are the A's. They want to swing it.
Saw Salvador Perez go opposite field last night. Right-hand hitter, drove one out, and tonight we see Chris Davis do it.
Now Stottlemyre making a trip out to the mound. Second time in this game. Gallardo getting loose out in the pen.
Cishek was up and then sat down, and Gallardo had a couple of good stints as the long man. He went 3 innings Tuesday against Kansas City in a 7-3 Mariner loss.
You can see for Sam, 30 pitches in the first inning. Gave up 3 in the first.
And home run by Davis, the 12th he's allowed since being called up here to the Mariner Ball Club. 6-0 Athletics, the last place team in the West. Mariners just in front of them. Here's Segura to Cano, and it turned 2. It's the first double play turned by the Mariners tonight. Let's check in with Angie Mente.
Guys, thanks so much. I was thinking the same thing that you were, Dave, when that Chris Davis foul ball went up to the Poochie section. What happens if they all start chasing it? These are the problems with Bark in the Park night. But they also provide a ton of really cute photos, like this one right here. Use the hashtag where I represented by Alaska Airlines. Taylor brought Linus for a perfect night right there in the Bjorn with the sunglasses. And this is Griffey, ready for Bark in the Park night. That is absolutely adorable. Remember to use that hashtag where I root, presented by Alaska Airlines. When you use that hashtag, it gives us permission to use your photo, specifically of your Poochie tonight, on the air. Guys?
All right, Angie, thank you. And given where we are, I got to believe he's not the only dog named Griffey up there. That's smoked. Left field, deep, and gone. Bruce Maxwell, his first homer of the season. RBI number 6, and Tim Gaviglio getting roughed up again. Happened in the first, and it's been worse here in the 5th. 7-0 A's.
Falls behind. Next pitch, not a bad location. It's a fastball out over the plate. Really good hitting by Maxwell. That'll be it for Sam. Got service on his way out of the dugout.
2 for 3 night for Maxwell. Got a single leading off in the 4th. And this is an unsatisfactory start here tonight by Sam Gaviglio, and he's not gotten much help offensively either. 7-0 Athletics. Time now for a Beacon Plumbing call to the pen. been pounding the baseball here tonight, as evidenced by these numbers on the line for Sam Gaviglio.
Yeah, tough night. 4 2/3, 9 hits, 7 runs, all of them earned. A couple of home runs involved in that. 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. He threw 94 pitches, 58 of those for strikes.
Time now for a Beacon Plumbing call to the pen.
Giovanni Gallardo taking over. 16 appearances for him. ERA just under 6. 81 2/3, 61 strikeouts. 4 opponents hitting .281. Fastball being in the low 90s, 92 to 94. Pretty good curveball, slider, changeup.
Gallardo pitched Tuesday night, 3 innings in relief. That was his start for Felix. Felix chased after 6. It's a 7-3 Kansas City win. Sam, a lot to think about after this one. Gallardo's first hitter is going to be third baseman Matt Chapman. 0 for 2. First pitch in there for a strike. 7th man to the plate here in the 5th inning. Gallardo, a career starter. His 3rd game out of the pen for the Mariners. One and 2 the count. Young man Chapman, one of the bright lights in the athletic system. This one sent to center field. Easy play for Dyson. Plenty of damage done though. 4 runs on 5 hits. 7-0 Athletics. Yeah, 7-0 Oakland. For the first swing, make your picks for the T-Mobile Home Run Derby Bracket Challenge. A little luck. You and 3 friends may be going to the 2017 World Series thanks to T-Mobile. Make your picks at MLB.com/bracket challenge. Well, the hill those boys, or these boys climbed back in San Diego a year ago. Big deficit. They're going to have to do it again here. See what happens. 7-0 Oakland.
Kyle with a base hit his first time up. Solid line drive into left field.
Broken 0 for 14. That was great to see. Against young Paul Blackburn, 2nd major league start. You want to talk about a cushion? Three-run homer by Chris Davis, home run by Maxwell. Back up the middle. Simeon has time and throws him out. In the old days, that'd be a 2-for-2 night for Kyle Seager.
Yep, you're right about that. Kyle hit it hard, ended up hitting him in the chest, I think. He stayed with it.
Right now, Bill Kruger joins us. Talk a little pitching here, Billy, and your thoughts on Sam Gaviglio, particularly the rough innings he had, the first and the fifth. He was pretty solid in 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, and I think that shows a lot about his makeup, that he was able to overcome the first inning where he gave up 3 runs and got hit around a little bit, but regrouped and really pitched pretty well for the next 2, 3 innings until it caught up with him in the fifth. I thought early, you know, when you're getting hit, first pitch changeup to Alonso, first pitch curveball to Lowry, they've never seen you before. That's a bit of a head scratcher. But you know, he got back into rhythm. He got his pitch touch back. He threw some good sliders and then got really hammered by Chris Davis, who'll swing at anything, on a slider that backed up on him. And I think that's the one place, if I were to say to Sam what he needs to work on, he stands on the first base side, and that slider is a pitch that he really needs to keep away, because if he gets around a little bit, standing where he's standing, that's a hanging slider. That's the ball that Simmons hit a home run in LA off him. But look, he's had 9 starts, 6 of them 2 runs or less. He's been unbelievably consistent. He has a bad game, 1 out of 10. I mean, the guy's been terrific for the team, and he showed you some by competing.
Bill, you've talked about it 2 nights in a row, and not just with Sam or Miranda in last night's game, but you talk about, I guess, basically what your strengths are, whoever you are as a pitcher, the things that you're capable of doing, what you like to do. And then you mentioned Alonso, and you look at his numbers on first pitch strikes this year and him swinging. They're off the chart, really. So do you stay with your strength in that situation? Do you have to change up? How do you view that when you're going up against a team that maybe is aggressive and the guys are pretty good at hitting the first pitch?
Well, that's a good point, Mike. And but when you're throwing, you know, an 84-mile-an-hour changeup and your fastball is 88 or 89, do you really know as a hitter that you hit his changeup?
Right.
When you haven't seen his fastball yet? I think that would be my point. And I think he's got good movement on his fastball. They've never seen him. Let's get that going. And for the most part, he's done that. And maybe that's a little bit of armchair quarterback on my part, but for the most part, he's really competed. He's been great. It didn't work for him in the first inning, but he fought back, and lots of good days ahead for Sam Gaviglio. He's doing a lot of really good things.
No, I agree with that, Bill. And one more thing, when you're in and you're going over the scouting report, I'm talking about you when you were pitching, and you're going over the scouting report, and this is after you've had some time in the big leagues and you know yourself pretty well. What are some of the things that you would think about if there was a conflict in what your strength was, but you're also pitching into the strength of another hitter? How would you deal with that?
I think you have to think strength first. You have to go strength first. The guy's a great fastball hitter, and I'm a good fastball pitcher. It's more about where I locate that fastball, right? I need to understand where he likes the fastball. There are guys that hunt the first pitch, and I would prefer the curveball over the changeup in those situations. But let's get to the situation first before we start trying to be too cute too soon, I guess. But, you know, you build your own book. The scouting report is there. And if it's a more recent one, maybe there's something new that you can pull out of that because a guy's hot or someone new in the lineup that you've never seen before. But for the most part, I had done my homework. I knew where the hitters liked the fastball, which was really important to me because I had a terrible changeup. So that was where I really needed to know, and I kind of worked my own game from there.
Really good pitching analysis, Billy. Thanks so much, man. Good to see you. Thanks so much. Bill Kruger and Brad Adam will be on Mariners Post Game, presented by Alaska Airlines at the conclusion of this contest.
I've always been a fan of that, either as a pitcher or a hitter. I think that when in doubt, you have to deal with your own strengths, regardless of what the opponent's strength is.
Haniger takes one deep right field. That's got a chance. And did he make that catch? No, he didn't. It's a home run. Matt Joyce made a snatching move up there, but Mitch Haniger rides it out, a 2-for-2 day.
That's great to see.
Indeed. 7th home run, 23rd RBI. Mitch Haniger was hitting just a $195 since returning from the DL. Look at that.
Ball's carrying to right.
That's Matt Joyce in right field, just over his glove. Mariners on the board here.
That last shot that we had of Mitch Haniger was a real good example of. I talked to Edgar a couple of days ago about him and what was going on with him. He talked about that leg kick in his stride, and he said that basically he was just picking his leg up and drifting forward. His stride was getting too long, and he said he needed him to get that stride back a little bit, or the leg kick back. Then his stride would come down a little bit shorter. That was a great example of that. Him working at it, trying to figure it out.
And tonight,
you can see him load up right there. Yeah, that's good.
Hit the ball hard left center field and goes opposite field here. Fighting his way out of the slump. This one backhanded by Alonso. Mariners do get on the board. Home run by Haniger. And just enough carry to get over the glove of right fielder Matt Joyce. Made a really good effort. 7-1 Oakland. We get ready for inning number 6. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Mattress Firm. 3 more games here with the A's. All-Star break. We'll enjoy that. Then go Chicago, Houston, come home for the Yankees, Red Sox, and the Mets. Mariners long man, Giovanni Gallardo. Career starter turned into a long man here this season after some rocky performances as a starter, 3-7. He's performed well out of the pen. He's got 9-1-2 coming up. Jacob Brugman, Matt Joyce, and Marcus Semien. Ooh, off the glove and past the diving Segura. Second hit for Brugman. Doubled to right in the second, struck out looking in the fourth.
Part of a common theme in this game, aggressive hitting. First pitch fastball away, and he hits it right back at him. Whew. Yeah. Doesn't seem like it was that long ago, Dave, when the A's would just stand up there hoping to get walks, and now they're really aggressive swing.
Who was your guy, first baseman? Oh, I can see him. I can't think of his name. I'll think of it in a minute. He was a great on base percentage guy. It made you nuts.
They were that way as a team, but yeah, in particular with him.
I get the lead runner. Oh, I'm thinking it. I'll get it. They get the lead runner there.
Nice play by Danny.
Yep. Joyce aboard fielder's choice.
This little 3-6, get the lead runner. Bobbled it, but stays with it. Pretty good hands.
Marcus Semien, walk, run scored, struck out looking, base hit, stolen base, and a run scored. So he's done a lot of things here.
Yeah, just his 12th game back. Was on the disabled list up to tonight. He's really been struggling.
Derek Barton, that's your guy.
There you go. Yep. Thank you.
Just looked it up.
Thank you. Yes.
I'd look over at Mike and just like 1-1. Well placed heater there by Ivani Gallardo. Missed outside.
Mentioned about Gallardo pitching well out of the pen. Scott Service the other day was talking about him, and he had another good outing. And he was saying that basically what the thing that he has changed since going to the bullpen is he's been more north and south as opposed to trying to pitch off the edges of the plate. There you go.
They strike out there, 2 down.
Changing speeds.
Your boy Derek Barton back in 2010 had 110 walks, leading the league. On base percentage that year, 393, career 356 on base percentage.
Is it you throw the ball, you hit the ball, something like that?
Oh, my dad was taking me to see Willie Mays. He was taking me to see him swing the bat, not stand there and look.
Yeah, that used to be a big part of what they were trying to do. And
remember that? Yeah.
Yeah. Now they're almost just the opposite of it.
On base percentage for the Athletics coming into tonight's game, 310. Alonso's had a fabulous year.
I don't know if that he's ever hit more than 10 home runs in a season, and he has 19 or not even to the half. Aggressive swing right there.
Indeed. Oakland this year on base percentage 13th coming into today's game. Mariners 5th. As you mentioned, home runs 5th in the American League with home runs. Hit 2 tonight to give him 123. Goes foul. Two outs and a man aboard here. A's put 3 up in the first, 4 in the 5th. Mariners come back with a home run by Mitch Haniger in the bottom of the 5th. But they're only run 10 hits for Oakland. 1 run, 5 hits for the Mariners. There's that fastball riding up high, 2-2.
Well, Alonso hit 7 home runs all of last year with Oakland. His best year was 9, and that was with San Diego. And 19 now. Another player, see it more and more going to that little bit of a leg kick. A big difference with him.
Gallardo had a lot of trouble with that fastball up high.
Just a little bit too high.
Yep.
They're trying to get him to swing at it at the top of the strike zone. Get too much above that, and they're not going to offer.
Alonso 10 for 30 against Gallardo with a home run. Got a full count here, 2 out, man aboard at first. Runner goes, pitch, fouled back. Three and two here, and Yonder Alonso runner takes off. The pitch swung on and fouled back up this way to the left of Rick Riz and Aaron Goldsmith. Empty booth tonight. To their left.
Next pitch will be the 9th of this at bat.
Playing him to be a dead pull hitter with Segura and Cano on the grass. Runner goes, pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out, got him. A couple of strikeouts for Gallardo. Strands a runner in the top of the 6th. 7-1 A's. Beautiful, wonderful statue and monument to him out in the right center field concourse as we take a look at our Columbia Bank difference of the game. Chris Davis goes opposite field. Mike, that kid we know has got tremendous power.
I watched Maxwell take batting practice today, and same thing, a lot of power, and he goes opposite field. 3 opposite field home runs in the game, 2 of them by the A's. One, Mitch Haniger, also an opposite field home run.
Mike Zunino going to lead it off. Zunino, Segura, and Gamble. 9-1 and 2. Mike fouled out to the third baseman Chapman his first time up. 1 for 4 with a homer last night. Broken bat ground ball. Second baseman Lowry will take care of it. Let's check in with Angie Mente.
All right, guys, everybody knows that there's like a fight for those Twitter accounts out there. You got to like claim your name before somebody else does. I'm not exactly sure if it's that same way in the dog world, but here's Chai. Chai's got his own Twitter account before someone else took it. And apparently this is date night for Chai. Remember to use the hashtag where I root, even if you have 4 legs and 4 paws. And it's presented by Alaska Airlines. And we also meet Logan tonight, who also apparently has his own Twitter account. I won't let my kids have their own Twitter account, but these pooches do. Remember to use that hashtag where I root, presented by Alaska, guys.
It's a new world, Ange. Here is Mr. Segura, 2 for 2. Breaking ball, first strike. 2 more hits for Gene Segura. 8 for 16 here on the homestand.
Batting average up to 349 now. Shouldn't take him too much longer to qualify, but
up the middle, a 3-hit night for Gene Segura. One out base runner for the Mariners here in the 6th. Saturday, July 22nd. Salute to Native American night. The Mariners meet the Yankees, 6:10 start time. Mariners and EQC, they're going to celebrate the vibrant Native American culture in our region. Plus the first 10,000 fans, 21 and over, going to take home a Mariners fedora. Tickets at mariners.com. 0-for-2 night for Ben Gamel. Bounced into a double play and grounded out the third.
Ben started the day as the leading hitter in the American League. Batting average was at .335. 0-for-2, .332 now.
He's ahead in the count here, 2-0. So Gene Segura is about 10 plate appearances away from qualifying.
It'll take him a little while.
10. Picks up about 1 or 2 of those plate appearances based on total number at bats by the ball club. Really good range there by Chapman, and they're going to say the transfer is how he dropped it. The out is recorded, 2 down.
There's the catch, and there's the drop on the transfer.
Fielding Colbert is the umpire down there.
Called it right away.
Fielding the crew chief. Crowd of 18,368 on hand here tonight. Two outs for Robbie Cano. Ground out the first and a walk. Ball 1 to Robbie. Seven runs on 10 hits for the Athletics. Mariners a run on 6 hits. That run coming on a Mitch Haniger home run. Had 1 hit in each of the first 6 innings. So we stand right up to the moment. 2-0 here to Robbie. And it's the first multi-hit inning for the Mariners. So Robbie Cano picking up just the 2nd hit of the homestand. He's now 2 for 15.
Pretty good hitting his fastball off the plate away. He doesn't try to pull it, just go the other way with it. Slaps it through the hole. Nelson Cruz an opportunity to drive in a run. Just take another look at the swing by Robbie. Head always in the strike zone. Pretty rare to see him pull off the ball.
And it's a lovely swing. Nelson Cruz tonight fly to left field. A line out to right. Love to see Nelly charge one up here. First pitch. Breaking ball for strike.
And slow curveball at 76.
Here's the 0-1. Up the middle. Backhanded. Second baseman Lowry touches up, and that'll do it. Mariners leave 2. We go to the 7th inning. 7-1 A's. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Good to have you with us, everybody. Bark in the Park night, number 2 this season. When the dog starts keeping score, then we get a story, right? 7-1 A's. And Yovani Gallardo, Mariners' long man, got the final out of the 5th inning. Gave up a hit, struck out 2 in the 6th. He's got Chris Davis here.
Opposite field home run his last time up. Davis now with 24 home runs.
Chris Davis 1 for 5 against Gallardo, and yep, it was a home run. One and one. Chris Davis, Jed Lowry, Ryan Healy 4, 5, and 6 for the A's. Two and one. Big hack. 5th year in the big leagues for Davis, 2nd with Oakland. They had home run seasons of 11, 22, and 27 for Milwaukee, at 42 last year for the Athletics, with 102 runs batted in. He's going to hit his home runs and he's going to strike out. Struck out 166 times last season. 3-2 pitch here. First 2 times up, Davis against Sam Gaviglio struck out swinging on 0-2 pitches, and then a couple of men aboard in the 5th. 1-1 offering, and he barreled one right field for a 3-run homer. So Nino wants it up high and away. 3-2 pitch.
Right on the outside corner and elevated above the belt. Pretty good swing. So just about everything away from him.
Wants it a little lower this time. Man, in the dirt. Walked them. Leadoff walk, and once again the Athletics have the leadoff man aboard. After Sunday's 1-10 game against these A's, final game of the first half, all youngsters, they're going to be invited down on the field to dash around the diamond. It's all thanks to KeyBank's Run Around the Bases Day. Log on to Mariners.com for tickets and for details. It's Jed Lowry. First inning 2-run double, ground out and a base hit to center so far this evening. 6 of the 7 innings, the A's have got the leadoff man aboard. Worked inside, missed. 1-1.
Good for Gallardo. A lot of fastballs, trying to hit the top of the strike zone. Come back with a curveball. Try to get him to chase it, typically below the strike zone.
Lowry's had a very unique career path. 2008 through 11 with Boston, then he went to Houston, then he comes to Oakland, then he goes back to Houston, now he's back with Oakland. Two 2-1. Make it 3-1. Lowry just 3 for 18 against Gallardo. Mariners offense has really been blunted tonight by Paul Blackburn in his second major league start. Zunino holds on to the foul tip.
Pretty good fastball, 94 miles an hour. See if he'll challenge him again.
3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out. Gallardo's third strikeout. 1 away, 1 on, 7th inning. Cheer on the team, then round your way to home with the Sound Transit Day Pass. Learn more at soundtransit.org. Here's Ryan Healy. Walk, strikeout, bounced into a double play. A good rookie year last season. 72 games, 305, 13 homers, and 37 runs batted in. Having a good year this year. 19 homers, tied with Alonso. Second on the club behind Chris Davis.
Last fastball, the best fastball we've seen from Gallardo. 95, right on the inside corner.
Paints the corner again, 0-2. Healy with his 51 runs batted in. Second in that category to Chris Davis. Zunino corrals that pitch in the dirt. Nice job. 1-2. Born in Mexico, raised in Fort Worth, Texas. He makes his home, Giovanni Gallardo. One, two. Slow roller, take the easy out at first. 2 away. Moving up to second is Davis. Game 2 of this 4-game set tomorrow. James Paxton looking for win number 7 on the season. He's 2-0 this year against Oakland. Sean Manaea, tough left-hander. He's 7-4, 3-1 career against the Mariners, 1-1 this year.
90 strikeouts on the year. Maxwell with a home run his last time up in opposite field, up towards the Mariners bullpen. For Maxwell, his first home run on the year.
Get Cano out on the grass, the right side. Dyson about 5 steps towards left center and center field. One. So 1-2 strikes. Gallardo looking for the put away now. 2 out, 1 on.
He has had a really good fastball tonight. We're seeing a lot of 94s. We've seen 95.
Ball 2 strikes. Maxwell off the fist. Seager plays it and throws him out. Nice work here. As the walk does not hurt Gallardo. Fine work coming out of the bullpen. Time for the Mariners getting late here. Down 7-1. and Cracker Jacks, but what else could you buy with a Washington's lottery win? Play today. Find out. Good to have you with us, everybody. July 4th week. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, Root Sports crew. Great look at the Space Needle. Hello to all the folks dining up there tonight. Always essential dining up there. Been a night that has been all about the Athletics, the last place team in the American League West. The Mariners have had a very difficult time solving Paul Blackburn's second major league start.
7 hits, just the 1 run. That was the solo home run by Haniger. Kyle has a base hit, 1 for 2 tonight for Blackburn. 83 pitches, 49 strikes.
First pitch to Seager leading off. Ball 1. Seager, Valencia, and Haniger, 5, 6, and 7 in the order.
First pitch curveball down out of the strike zone, but for the most part it's been a 2-seamer, pretty good sinking fastball, and a slider.
Good. Strike 1 to Kyle. Towards the line. Davis backhand. Nice play. That's difficult.
Well, he knew the wall was getting to him in a hurry. Ball slicing from him. Great concentration. Right about there, he starts to slow down again because he knew the wall was there.
One of the best defensive plays we've seen him make. 1 out here in the Mariners' home. 7th brings up Danny Valencia. Bounced into a double play, grounded out the 3rd. Ball 1 to Danny. Breaking ball outside. Another pitch way off the plate. Danny at Oakland Athletic, parts of the 2015 season and all of last year. .287 for Danny last year. 17 homers, 51 runs batted in as an Athletic. 3-1. Simeon backhands, throws him out. Crush home runs and dominate in your very own Derby competition in the official MLB.com Home Run Derby game on the App Store and Google Play. Swing for the fences against more than 10 million players from around the world as your favorite Derby All-Star download. Home Run Derby. Do it for free today. Daniel Colomb, left-hander, heating up. This one hanging up. Center fielder comes way over. That's Brugman right in front of Joyce to make the play. A 1-2-3 7th. 7-1 A's. Likes that number, likes that name. Let's take a look at our Delta Airlines. Keep climbing standings. Wild card division. Yankees and Kansas City has made one heck of a leap, haven't they? They were in last place for a long time. Twins, Rays, Angels, Rangers, and the Mariners. Tell you what, got to get moving here. Don't want to fall off this page. Want to stay within contact of the rest of these ball clubs. If you look at the coming into this game, the Athletics last place in the American League West. Tell you what, they've got winning records against Boston, 3-1, 5-1 against the White Sox, 2-1 against Kansas City, 5-2 against the Yankees, and 4-3 against the Mariners. There's 1-0 pitch to Matt Chapman, where they've taken it on the chin. They get a beating from Houston. They're 2-10 against Houston, 1-3 against Cleveland, Angels 4-6, Minnesota 1-2, Tampa Bay 1-3, and Texas 3-6. That gives you an idea where Bob Melvin's club is, and they're 2-8 in interleague play. Here's a count running to 2-1. It's Matt Chapman, 0 for 3 tonight. Gallardo came on to get the third out of the 5th inning, giving up no runs, 2 hits. Starter, if you're just joining us, Sam Gaviglio, 4 2/3, 9 hits, 7 runs all earned, 3 walks, 6 Ks, gave up 2 home runs. Three and 2.
Arnold's had good stuff. A little bit surprised that the A's aren't swinging at that high fastball a little bit more than they have. They've been very aggressive tonight.
Fouled back this way. Three-two pitch, foul back. Three-two pitch here to Chapman. Worked inside, missed. Second walk issued by Gallardo. Leadoff man aboard again. 7 out of the 8 innings. Mariners and Boeing. They give a tip of the cap to our youngest fans with Salute the Kids Day coming up Sunday against the A's in the series and first half finale. All kids 14 and under, they're going to get a t-shirt. Mariners All-Star Nelson Cruz, and they're invited to run around the bases after the game. Go to mariners.com for your tickets. Comes Dyson in a hurry. He's there. Off the bat of Jacob Brugman, who's got 2 hits tonight.
Pretty big swing. A little bit of a late break for Dyson. And he runs it down. A lot of speed in the outfield. He's done that. Makes it look easy.
One out, one on. Top of the order, Matt Joyce. 1 for 4 runs scored. 3 runs in the first for the Athletics. 4 more in the 5th.
Gallardo now 51 pitches. Nobody getting loose in either pen.
First pitch strike. Shift is on for Joyce. Big swing and a miss. Token hold at first. Pull hitter up here, Joyce. Valencia backing up. Pitch. Fouled off. Oh, nice catch. Guy had a glove. Little backhand catch behind home plate. Mid deck here to our left.
Seen a couple of good catches by the fans tonight. Again, that last fastball by Gallardo at 95 miles an hour.
One and two. Mariners trying to straighten things out, and they're running out of time this evening. They've lost the last 7 consecutive home games. Bounce right to Valencia. Here's the throw to Seager. That's a fine execution right there. A 3-5-3 double play started by Danny Valencia, who's been stellar all season at first base. Well done. Baseball and Root Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Come try the sweet or spicy barbecue bacon cheeseburger combo for $4.99. Limited time only. By BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. Good look at Sunset Gasworks Park. Gerard Dyson leading off here in the home eighth, followed by Mike Zunino and Gene Segura. Segura having an outstanding night, 3 for 3.
Good idea by Dyson trying to bunt his way on. It's going to take it over to the right side of the infield. Alonso was playing back behind the base, now even with first. Going to take the bunt away from him.
Try to keep it fair. First base umpire Chris Siegel.
Keeping his feet inside the line.
Pretty good. Haven't seen that in a long time. Daniel Colon continues to heat up.
He was up last inning.
Bullpen coach Garvin Alston down there. Matt Joyce. One away. Make your voice heard. Yep. Make it heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag RootFanFave. Each month, one lucky fan's going to win a Coors Light mini fridge. Jazz for participating. Official rules, go to rootsports.com. Mike Zunino, the hitter, 0 for 2 tonight. Blackburn has really been difficult for the Mariners to solve. Here's Simeon. 2 down. Quiet night offensively. Home run for Mitch Haniger, an opposite field shot. 2 out, nobody on in the 5th.
Well, there you go. His average up over 350 now with his 3 hits. Giving it 4.
3-hit night for Gene, 1 for Cano. Seager with 1. 2 for Haniger. That's it. Foul off. 1-1. Blackburn came to the Mariners prior to the trade deadline and the Mike Montgomery deal, and then was traded to the A's following the season for Danny Valencia. 1-1. Big bender. Ball 2.
Again, throwing a lot of strikes. Pretty good sinking fastball and slider combination. A few curveballs tonight.
Blackburn, drafted by the Cubs, 1st round, 56 pick overall, June of 2012. From Heritage High School in Brentwood, California. Blackburn 6'1", 195, and he'll be 24 in early December.
It's a season high, including his minor leagues, 103 as far as his pitch count goes.
Segura deep to left center field. He's got a 4-hit night. Base of the fence. Have a night. 14th double. 4 for 4 night for Gene Segura. Big tip of the cap. This comes with 2 outs here in the 8th.
Bob Melvin quickly out of the dugout after that base hit. The Mariners have 8 hits now, and he has half of them.
A brisk pace walk by Bob Melvin to the mound to come get his starter, and the kid has really pitched a beauty and had tremendous run support. 7-1 A's.
Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk, and of course it is Bark at the Park night here, and everybody here with their poochies sending in photos. Use that hashtag Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines, like Jackie here enjoying the Bark at the Park night with Harmony and Daniel. And then we've got this one, Juno, the mini Labradoodle, there with mommy and the bestie Megamus. Megamus, I'm assuming, is another dog friend, and Lulu, the face you make when you're the prettiest girl in the bar park. Remember to use that hashtag Where I Root, presented by Alaska Airlines, guys.
Great pictures. All right, Angie, thank you. Daniel Colomb takes over. Here's Ben Gamble up the middle. Friendly hop to Simeon. Throws him out. 1 pitch. 1 out. Highlight Gene Segura's 4th hit of the night. It's his 5th 4-hit game of the season. 7-1 Athletics. First of 4 with the A's, down 7-1. Fans, as we continue our annual Ultimate Northwest Fan Contest this season, we'd like to extend an invitation to all Northwest sports fans to join us over Labor Day weekend at Safeco Field. Receive a view level ticket and your choice of an Ultimate Northwest t-shirt for just $17 and a box level seat. A t-shirt for $36 when you purchase through this special offer. Details, visit mariners.com/ultimate. Classic long stint here for Giovanni Gallardo. Took over back in the 5th inning, got the final out of that frame. Well played by Segura. A little high. Danny holds onto the bag.
Well done all the way around.
Marcus Semien retired, and
Segura having a night. Just finds a way to get base hits. This first one jammed him a little bit. Solid base hit in the left field. Again, he's used the entire field back up the middle again for his 3rd base hit of the night. And then how about a double on a slider that's actually a pretty good pitch. And off the base of the wall. Now find defensive play to go with it.
The vicious hop that Paul took off the bat of Semien. Here's Alonso. There he is, a first pitch swinger. He did that in the 1st inning. He doubled to right field, picked up an RBI.
Not very often that a reliever is going to throw 60 pitches in an outing, but that's going to happen for Gallardo. This next pitch, 60 for him.
One DeAnder. Two balls, 1 strike. Gallardo struck out 3, walked 2 so far. 2-1 pitch. Alonso out of La Habana in Cuba. Played his college ball at the University of Miami. The U.
Good curveball.
Very good curveball by Gallardo. Well, the strikeout for him is 4th, 2 down here in the 9th. And that brings up Chris Davis. Against Alonso earlier, 1 plate appearance, he walked. Against Gaviglio, 2 strikeouts swinging and a 3-run homer. Strike 1.
You don't remember it as much earlier in the season when the Mariners were playing the A's, but watching them tonight, and they have a number of guys that are different in their lineup. But again, they are last in hitting in the American League. They are 5th in home runs, and they all look like they're trying to hit home runs every time they walk up there, and they have a couple of them here tonight. They also strike out a lot.
2-1. Seager's got to hurry. Barrett hands, and a nice stretch by Valencia. 1, 2, 3 in the 9th. Last licks here for the Mariners. Cano, Cruz, Seager coming up 3, 4, 5 in the order. 7-1 Athletics.
Welcome back. Mariners coming to bat here in the bottom of the 9th. It is Bark in the Park night. I have some good news. In 3 Bark in the Park nights over the last 2 years, the Mariners have come from behind and walk-off won those games. Now, of course, they've got some work to do tonight, but we're hoping that happens. We will have it all for you as it unfolds with Mariners postgame, presented by Alaska Airlines, coming up after the final out. Guys.
Angie, thank you. And here we go. Daniel Colom against Robinson Cano. 7-1. And there's a good start there to the gap. Base hit for Robbie.
Second one of the night. And a base hit in the left field and a solid line drive base hit.
The Mariners entered tonight the month of July, and they're hitting just a .190, their worst average so far this season.
Overall, 4th in the American League as a team hitting. So you have to feel that that's going to change.
Sure,
things will get a lot better.
243 in April, 267 in May, 288 in June. Just 190 entering tonight's game. Nice dig by Maxwell, ball 1. Elliott fly to left, line out to right, and reached on a fielder's choice, 0 for 3. Cruz 0 for 3 against Daniel Colon. Two and up. Another Nelson Cruz rocket. Went right at a fan. Looked like he deflected it. Man, you can see it.
Out in front of a slider. Screaming line drive.
Holy mackerel. Whatever exit velo you want to sell, I'll buy on that one.
He's typically, what, 110 on average?
Mm-hmm. Three and one. Daniel Colon, 5'10", 190, 27 years old, out of St. Louis, Missouri. 3-1. Tried to hit that one towards CenturyLink Field. 3-2. Kyle Seager on deck. $18,368 this evening here at Safeco Field. 3-2 to Nelson Cruz. Chopper off the plate. Take the out at first. One away with Cano at second base. Kyle Seager with a second inning base hit. Broken 0 for 14 for him. First hit on the homestand. Since then, a ground out to shortstop and a foul out to left. Seager 1 for 6 against Daniel Colon. First pitch strike. Three runs in the first, 4 in the fifth for the A's. Mariners got look at
that hit him in the helmet.
He'll take his bag.
Yeah, breaking ball at 81 miles an hour. This looks like a curved ball. It's away from him. Right off the side of the helmet. Fortunately, just skipped off of it. Wasn't a solid shot.
First and second, one out. To think all the years we played baseball, major leagues, without protective helmets. Here's Danny Valencia. Strike one. Danny's bounced into a double play and had 2 other ground outs. 0 for 3. Santiago Casilla in his second tour of duty with the Athletics, most recently with the Giants. One and one.
Not many chances for the Mariners tonight to hit with runners in scoring position. 0 for 3 tonight. 264 on the season.
1-1 to Danny. Takes ball 2. Sam Gaviglio, tough start. 3 runs, settled down. That was 3 runs in the first, settled down the next 3 innings, and then the 5th it blew up on him again. Mariners never really in this. Although Danny charges this one up quite well, headed towards the pen and gone. A 3-run jack. Enjoy that ride, Danny Valencia. Take your time, savor it. 3-run homer, making this a little more interesting here in the ninth with 1 out of 7 4-ball game for Danny. His 9th home run, RBIs 41, 42, and 43.
This is going to be up and in the middle of the plate. Pretty good swing. Line drive out into the pen.
That is an impressive exhibition of power there by Danny Valencia. Take a timeout, come right back. Pitching change, and Robbie knows that baby's gone right there. We'll slow it down to a trot, making it interesting here in the ninth. 7-4 Athletics. Danny Valencia just drew the Mariners a little closer. 3-run homer to make it 7-4. Second home run tonight by the Mariners. Mitch Haniger got the first. Coming up tomorrow, CenturyLink bringing you what's next. Battle of really good left-handers here. Sean Manaea against James Paxton.
That'll be a really good matchup tomorrow. Probably going to see a few strikeouts tomorrow. Casillo will take over. 32 appearances, ERA just over 4. 29 strikeouts, 12 walks on the year. Opponents hitting .254. He's given up 3 home runs. Good fastball at 94 miles an hour. Has a curveball, changeup, slider to go with it.
Haniger's had a good night. He breaks in 0 for 14 with a double and a home run. 2 for 3. Haniger 0 for 1 against Casillo. Well, Scribber to the second baseman. Lowry throws him out for out number 2.
Dyson can check in with the base hit. 0 for 3 tonight.
Nice man.
Hit the ball hard his last time up. Line drive to the right fielder.
He's still looking for his first hit on the homestand, so he's 0 for 9. Good time for one right here. Mariners now have 10 hits, matching Oakland's output. 7 runs, 10 hits for Oakland. 4-10-0 for the Mariners. Dyson, the 6th man to the plate.
There's a base hit.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe a triple.
He's going to get 2 for sure. And he's getting greedy, going for 3. And it's going to work. A stand-up triple. Wow. I tell you what, he left nothing in the tank. He was in the high gear immediately. A triple for Dyson, his 3rd of the year. First hit of the homestand.
And he hits it hard. Solid line drive. And once he splits the outfielders, you had to feel pretty good about his chances of getting to third.
One thing you got to like about this matchup, Zunino likes the fastball, and Casillas got a good one. In tight.
Almost hit him with it.
So Dyson, team leading third triple of the season. He's at third with 2 outs. Mariners need a few more base runners. Mike's got the advantage here, 2-0. He's 0 for 1 against Casillas. I mentioned he likes the fastball. Casillas can rush it up.
Good count for him. Hot hitter waiting on deck. Gene Segura.
4-hit night for Gene. Love to get to him. 2-0. Fisted, popped up, playable. Casillas calls everybody off, makes the play. That's the ball game, and the Mariners lose their 8th consecutive home game. Final tonight, 7-4 Athletics.
For a while there, the Mariners weren't able to score runs, but the last 2 days, the starters have struggled to get out of the first. So hopefully James Paxton leaves the bullpen ready to go tomorrow.
For Bob Melvin, his first managing job was with the Mariners. That was career win number 500. A lot of Oakland power in 2 innings, the first and the 5th, a big part of their success this evening. For Mike Blowers, I'm Dave Sims. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Mariners postgame presented by Alaska Airlines starts right now with Brad and Bill. Fellas?
All right, gentlemen, thank you. A's take game 1. As Dave mentioned, Melvin's 500th win as manager of the A's. For Paul Blackburn, win number 1 in the Bigs. Former Mariner traded to Oakland for Danny Valencia. Valencia had the big home run in the 9th inning. Mariners get something going in the 9th with 3 runs, but all they do is make it a safe situation for Casillas. 7-4. Again, the final. The Mariners, Bill, trail 3-0 in the first, and then really don't do themselves any favors, hitting into and running into double plays.
And really, this A's team not known for their defense, but a lot of tailor-made stuff and maybe some base running to go along with it. But tailor-made double play balls and not making things too tough on Lowry and Simeon. That's not exactly Trammell to Whitaker up the middle. Okay, let's not get carried away. But they end up getting into double plays, and even when they put the ball in the air, it turned into a double play. Haniger tries to make this get over to third to score with 1 out. He is blown up. So opportunities lost. Sometimes the atom ball will nip you. That's what happened to the Mariners. They did hit some balls hard, but not with very good aim.
Yeah, Blackburn's line looks impressive. Obviously 7 2/3, just 1 earned, but again, just 1 walk, no strikeouts. They hit a lot of balls, as you said, right at him. Now on the other side, Sam Gaviglio, trouble in the first inning, and really the first time we've seen him struggle in his young career. Your local forward keys of the game.
Yeah, he wobbled big in the first inning. Didn't really have that tight location we're used to seeing. Nibble in the corners with the sinker, good breaking stuff, a lot of flat. Has a flat sinker that Joyce grenades into the outfield. He walks Simeon, and now the trouble begins because in the middle of this lineup, the A's are pretty good. Alonso's having a big year. First pitch changeup, kind of strange, hits it for a double. Then Lowry, more damage with a double off the wall on a first pitch curveball. So the ambush happens, and before you know it, it's 3-0 A's. But to Sam's credit, he righted the ship until the 5th, and then the long ball nipped him.
Take a look at the line tonight. Just 4 2/3. First time in 9 starts he does not go at least 5 innings. Gives up 7 earned. The most earned runs he's given up this year. Does throw 94 chucks to get through 4 2/3. And how about the job by Yomani Gallardo? 4 1/3, 1 hit cover.
Yeah. Beautiful cover.
Wow.
I mean, when you have a starter that you can park in long relief, that's exactly what you need out there. And that's not the design for Gallardo, but that's 3 times where he's been brilliant in long stints, being able to pitch through the lineup, save the bullpen, and he was terrific again for the 3rd straight time. It's exciting to see Gallardo get his game together.
Yeah, keeping the A's right where they were at 7. Mariners get a couple to get to 4, but 7-4 still equals a win for the guys in green. Game 1 of a 4-game set. Mariners 8th straight loss here at home. Melvin's 500th for the A's, former Mariners manager. We're going to talk to the Mariners' current manager. Also get inside that clubhouse and talk about James Paxton tomorrow night, Game 2, all coming up.